I'm telling you, this is your time. I just want you to just have a spirit of gratitude right now. That you're still here, that you are here because of God's grace and mercy, that there's a greater work that you're supposed to do. Oh, I didn't say it's going to be easy. I know that we go through some stuff. I know what it is like to live with perpetual pain. You're listening to somebody right now that they looked at me and said, you have 4th stage cancer. I got to give the American Cancer Center's Award of Perseverance. How'd you get that? Because I fought. I kicked cancer's butt. There's a quote I love very much. Life is a fight for territory. And once you stop fighting for what you want, what you don't want will automatically take over. That's why people are depressed, hopeless, feeling powerless and helpless. Why? They stop fighting. No. This is the time that you have to fight. You got to put them up. Come on now. You got to put up your dukes. As Reverend Ike say, you can't lose with the stuff I use. Let me see some flames. Let me see some hearts. Let me see some thumbs. Can y'all tell? I feel good. I feel like jumping up right now and busting a move for you. doing the Chicago electric slide. I don't know. Whatever. What's the devil? The mashed potatoes. The twist. Come on, baby. Let's do the twist. Y'all remember that? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so I just believe that if what you focus on, what you pay attention to, you turn into. And the reason that a lot of people are depressed and feeling hopeless and powerless and helpless is because they're inundated with looking at too many negative, toxic things on their telephone, on television. I don't watch the news. No. How you gonna find out what's going on in the world? I don't mind getting summaries. Okay, but I'm like that song, remember that play? Don't nobody bring me no bad news. I can't do nothing about that. If it doesn't put food on my table, if it's not going to help me, if it's not going to lift my spirit, if it's not going to make me laugh or feel good, I don't need it. I'm eliminating people from my life. Why? Because they cause problems. Your people, family members, and friends. Sometimes, as Yahuda would tell you, that it's better to have a good friend than bad relatives. Do you know what a brother talking about this morning? Just blink your eyes. I see you. John Garcia, how you doing? Oh, we got a book coming out together. Yes. And so I'm saying to you, this is your time. This is your moment. I don't care if you don't have a dime in the bank. This is your moment. There are people gone, but you are still here. This is your time. And when you begin to call forth those things that be not as though they were, you can create miracles in your life. I ain't playing with you. I'm coming for you this morning. Because what's in me, it's in you, and the things I've done, you're going to be able to do, and even more. Like this page and share it. Because there's some people that need to hear what I'm saying this morning. See, negative news is 17 to 20 times stronger and more powerful and stay in the mind longer than positive words. I'm bringing you some good news this morning. You have greatness in you. You were born to be rich, as Bob Proctor would say. You have the ability to do more than you can ever begin to imagine. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. These things ye shall do, and greater things shall ye do. John Garcia, whose face is right there, was a part of a study of 700 people who were diagnosed with terminal cancer. That was over a decade ago. He's still here. And so we are cancer conquerors. Cancer ain't got nothing on us. We cancer conquerors. We done kick cancer's butt so much that the cancer rate in our neighborhood dropped by 90%. Listen, that your mindset is very important. See, you don't see life with your eyes. You see it with your mind. That's why we're taught, judge not according to appearances. I remember in a time in my life I was down on my luck. And this person that I knew said, "You're a loser. You ain't got nothing going for you. I don't want to deal with you." And walked away. She was judging me where I was at the time. Years later, and I came back to Miami, and I was very successful. And I spoke at this news conference, and she came backstage, and she asked, "What happened? How did you accomplish what you accomplished?" And I said, "You didn't know me like that. You were judging me where I was. You didn't see me." No. See, all of us have our moments in the Garden of Gethsemane. Life is cyclic. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes things go well, sometimes they don't go well. And that's when you find out who your friends are. And that's why this is the time that you need to ask the question, as my son John Wesley would say, who should you count on and who should you count out? She did me a favor when she said what she said to me, because I knew that she didn't know me. When people show you who they are, as Maya Angelou would say, believe them and keep it moving. Here's something else. Don't underestimate yourself. You're here to do the greater work. There's some stuff for you to do, but I don't know how. It doesn't matter. There's a reason we're taught to walk by faith and not by sight. Why? Figure it out. There's never a shortage of money. It's just a shortage of thinking. There's a shortage of resourcefulness. This is a time that you must, as Peter Drucker would say, that you must unlearn, because what you know now won't serve you in this new space. You must unlearn, learn, because now you got a new set of environments and skills and things that you need to know. Today I'm going to be learning how to do uploads of videos that I record and relearn. So I made a commitment that I'm going to learn something today that I didn't know yesterday. Why? This is my anti-nursing home strategy. People talk about anti-aging. I'm into anti-nursing home. What do you mean by that? I exercise, I eat right, I'm actively engaged in life. Because my children, they have their mothers, and as I get older, the mothers are getting older, and if somebody needs to be taken care of, I'm gonna get the short end of the stick. They're not gonna say eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No. The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. Look here, I don't want nobody wiping my behind. I'll go wipe my own behind. I'm not going to look for my kids to do that. I got one who will write a rap song about it, another one who will pray for it but ain't going to wipe it, another one who will get a whiff of it and faint. No! I'm taking care of myself. I'm taking care of the older man in me. My goal is to die young at an old age. So this is my anti-nursing home strategy. You don't use it, you lose it. I think the reason there's a proliferation of Alzheimer's and dementia is that people stop using their minds and they disengage from life. I got a brother who doesn't drive anymore. Why? Gets lost, don't know where he is. He's not engaged in life. You got to be engaged in life. You got to use this. This is to be used. This is a powerful instrument. We only use, according to scientific studies, about 5% of our talents, abilities, and skills. And so, first of all, it's great to be me. I feel so good. Yes. Because at 78, I saw, and I want you to look at, when I get through, I want you to go and find this. I spoke in Chicago to 12,000 people, and the title of the speech was called, "It's Possible." And I thought about the goals that I have, and 4 books that I'm going to write before the end of the year. And the mantra that I spoke to myself as I came up with the titles and I laid out the chapters. It's possible that I can get it done before December the 25th. See, the reason that most people are living unproductive lives is because they suffer from possibility blindness. I'm saying to you, I want you to think about something that you want to do with your life. Set a new goal. Learn a new skill. Develop some new relationships. People with goals and dreams and new positive connections live longer than people who have a lot of drama in their life, who have a lot of toxic, negative people in their lives, who's not going anyplace. Begin to face the reality that the best is yet to come. Your latter years will be better than your former years. That you got some more stuff in you, and our children are relying on us. They're watching us. They're depending on us. If I'm making sense to you, like this page and share it, but let me see some flames. I like to see the flames because that says, Les Brown, yes, you're on fire this morning. I know. Oh, behave. Yes, I want to make you smile. I want to make you feel good. Why? That's my job. That's what I do. I motivate you. I inspire you. I challenge you. I hold you accountable. I see the real you. Even though I can't see you, I know who you are. What's in me is also in you. You got it like that, baby. Yes. And sometimes we have to laugh through our tears. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes life can just knock you senseless. Things happen that you don't see coming. They do? Yes. And if it hasn't happened yet, just keep living. Just keep living. It's going to. But understand and know this, even if you're down now, it has not come to stay. It has come to pass. I ain't playing with you. It has come to pass. And I'm talking to you because I don't know what tomorrow holds. And my goal is to do what George Washington Carver said. Do what I can with what I have and never be satisfied. There are periods in my life that I settled. And you understand that. And many of you have done that. And I'm saying, all hands on deck. When you look at the people that are divisive, that's spreading evil, that's trying to turn back the hands of time, that's trying to restrict our ability to have access to live our dreams, that's trying to strip us of our rights to participate in the democracy, they're serious. We got to be serious. We don't want to be sitting back and watching some punk called DeSantis and let him rob our children of a quality education and want them to be indoctrinated, want them to be told what to think, not how to think. We got to step up. And what we're going through is nothing. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chesting rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet, with a stud he beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We've come over a way that with tears have been watered. We've come treading a path through the blood of the slaughtered. Don't mess with me. Don't come for me. I didn't call an Uber. Don't come for me. I'm not the one. What's happening? I don't know. I babysitted the bean pie I had yesterday. I had me a bean pie. I don't know. But I woke up this morning and I was hungry to talk to somebody this morning. I don't know. Okay. I promise to be good. I took it myself. Oh boy. All right. So I say to you, this is your moment. Seize the moment. This is your time. Our children are watching us. Be more concerned about your dreams than who's going to win between Denver and the Miami Heat. And I'm from Miami. Okay? No. Be focused on seizing the moment and living your best life now. Yes. You have something special. You have greatness in you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let me see what y'all said to me this morning. Let me see. Yvonne Brown, how you doing, cousin? Delphi Doris, and how you doing, Delphi? Okay, all right. Yes, if what I shared with you had some value, let me hear from you. How you like my glasses, huh? Don't tell me. You know they cool. Don't hate. Celebrate. Hello, Mark Short. How you doing? Okay. Sharon Simpson, how you doing? I love you too, honey. Yes. Oh, behave. Eric Harrison, how you doing? Okay. So for those of you that enjoyed and got some value out of it, let me see some comments from you or some flames. And Delphi, you just go hog a whole sheet. You and Mark Short. Come on, let some other folks get through it. Eric Harrison, how you doing? He said, I'm a blessing, and you are too. Evelyn, how you doing, Evelyn? Dr. Stan Harris, Dr. Breakthrough Stan Harris, how you doing, brother? Dr. Paul Hopkins, it's a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege, my brother. Listen, always strive to get on top in life because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. This has been Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy and Dorothy Bell Rucker's pride and joy. Hello, Dexter. How are you? I got two mothers and I'm not ashamed. I've got two mothers and I love them just the same. Bye for now, as Angela Kinslow would say. Bye for now. I hope I made your day a little brighter today. And listen, if you have a story that you want to tell, if you want to learn how you can speak and hold an audience and create an experience to take them to a place in themselves that they can't go by themselves, I have a training program. Go to lesbrown.com. But before you go, I believe you don't teach what you don't know. I want you to go to It's Possible. Les Brown, It's Possible. I want you to watch that video on YouTube, or on YouTube, Les Brown Speaking in the Georgia Dome. If you like to learn how to speak like that, I can teach you how to do that. There are people out here, I believe you don't teach stuff that you haven't done. I've done this. I know this. And I'm looking for a few people. Not everybody. I'm just looking for people that are hungry, people that are disciplined, people that are willing to put in the work. There's so many people that want it overnight. I came and I impacted and changed millions of people's lives around the world before Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or Instagram. Before all that stuff. So I know what I'm talking about. I'm 78. I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. And if you want to save time and be exposed and achieve instant credibility. Because if you're unknown, one of the most important things to do is to align yourself with somebody that's known. That's what you need to do. If you're unknown, when Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, the father of motivational speaking, who wrote the book, The Power of Positive Thinking, when he endorsed me, that was a game changer. So if that's you, if you got a story, if you want to learn how to tell that story and create an experience and be able to have people laugh and be on the edge of their seats and be able to use quotes and statistics and speak with power, feeling, and conviction and take them to another level of thinking, I'm your guy. Go to lesbrown.com and see our online course. And those of you that do it right now within the next 2 hours, I'm going to do a personal small group setting focus coaching with you.
I have 4 values, and I'd love to go over those with you and get your interpretation of, 1, the importance of these 4 values, but 2, how you effectuated them in your life. The number 1 is a common one between all great thought leaders that I've ever met, and it's gratitude. What does gratitude mean to you, and how do you implement gratitude in your life as a practice?
When I get up in the morning, the first thing that I think about is, 1, I'm here and I'm grateful. And I thank God for my voice, for my ability to still be actively engaged in life, for my family. I just discovered, Dave, just think about this, my birth family. I just laid eyes for the first time at 77 on a picture of my birth mother and father and connected with my birth family in Gainesville, Georgia. I never knew, something I always wanted to know. And so I'm grateful for that. And I asked God, what am I supposed to do with this? Well, my birth mother was a motivational speaker, and my grandmother was a motivational speaker. They have a museum in her name, Beulah Rucker Museum. These were 2 very active people. And as I'm reading about them, what I've done is nothing compared to what they did during that time. And so it says to me, you've got to step up. You've got more work to do while you're still here, and be grateful that you have the ability to do it. We live in the greatest country in the world that gives us an opportunity to live a life that will outlive us.
That's amazing. And there's no doubt that energetic and genetic inheritance is showing itself and now inspiring you to even be a greater force of empowerment. The second one is truly something that a lot of people get confused about, and it's forgiveness. A lot of people don't understand how powerful forgiveness is. And so I was hoping that you could, give us your perspective and importance of forgiveness in your life.
I like what Mark Twain said. He said, forgiveness is the fresh fragrance a rose leaves on the foot that crushed it.
All right, I can take that. It's a trade. I'm gonna take that one from you.
Or from right. See, a lot of people believe forgiving is forgetting. Forgiving is not forgetting, it's remembering without anger or guilt. And so, just in my case, I had to forgive my birth mother and father. I was angry with them. How could you give birth to someone and leave? But she did what she had to do. She was married. I was a secret, my twin brother and I. And so I'm grateful that she gave us to Mamie Brown. My birth mother, Dorothy Bell Rucker, she gave me life. Mamie Brown taught me how to live life. I'm thankful for that. I'm grateful that she made that decision. She didn't have to, and I'm still here to keep her legacy alive. I sing this song, I got 2 mothers and I'm not ashamed. I got 2 mothers and I love them just the same. Oh, you can't handle my voice. You'll be one to put a ring on it.
I, lo- I love it. No, you sing all day long, man. I love it. Well, the third one, I grew up with a single mom and 6 kids, and my dad left. And I have forgiven myself for all the things that I've done to beat myself up over that. But my mom, powerful woman that she is, taught me about living above the line. She always would tell me, hey, son, there is no blame, shame, and justification. This is your story. You are a victor, not a victim. And you, to me, I get choked up thinking about some of the things I've learned from you about accountability and, taking control of our own lives, because you could have easily been a victim so many different times in your life with all the different issues that you faced and all the challenges that you faced. But you are one of the greatest victors that I know, and I believe accountability is one of the superpowers that has helped you become such a victor. How important is accountability, and how do you execute on accountability in your life?
It's very important. I remember the first home that I bought for my adopted mother, and I didn't do a title search, and we had to move out and go back to the roach-infested house we moved her out of. And the neighbors were out looking, asking, Mamie, are y'all back? Yes, Leslie lost the house. And I was crying and feeling humiliated and unloading the truck. And Mama came behind the truck and she said, Leslie? I said, yes, ma'am. Why are you crying, boy? I said, Mama, I feel so sad. I feel stupid. I didn't know what I was doing, and I failed you. I'm so sorry. And she said something to me I'll never forget. She put her hand under my chin. She said, hold your head up, boy. You have nothing to be ashamed of. We still have each other. And that stayed with me, that what's most important, and what was most important to her, not that I bought her a house and lost it, but we still had each other. And I remember Jacqueline Onassis, and she said that if my children don't amount to anything and I earn all the money in the world and all the materialistic possessions, what do I have? And what she's saying is, hey, we have each other. And so my mother taught me in that moment, don't focus on things, focus on the people that mean so much to you, because that's where the love is. And God is love, and he who dwelleth in love dwelleth in God, and God in them.
I want you to look at something right now. Think of some major goal you want, or maybe it's one you're already working on, and you have experienced a lot of setbacks, a lot of defeats. You've experienced a lot of disappointment. Maybe you've already given up, and maybe you just need a little fire, a little encouragement to get back in the game again. Here's what I want you to look at. There are winners, there are losers, and there are people who have not discovered how to win. And all they need is some coaching. All they need is some help and assistance, just a little support. All they need is some insight or different strategy or plan of action to make some adjustments that will open up the key to a whole new future for them, that will give them access to the unlimited power that they have within themselves. That's all that they need. So what I want you to do is think about something you want for you, that's real for you, that's important for you, that will give your life some special meaning and power. And I don't even want you to say, I can do that. I don't want you to assume that. See, 5 years ago, when I started out in this area, I would not have been able to make the mental leap that I would be up to where I am right now. I don't want you to begin to just psych yourself out. No. I want you to be able to say something to yourself that will enable you to maintain a level of integrity with yourself. That when you say this, even when you face tremendous setbacks, it will be a benchmark to keep you in the game, to keep you moving forward and experimenting and readjusting your strategy and your plan of action, continuously looking for ways to win. So what is that something? When you got an idea you want to move on, you might not have the money, you might not have the education, you might not have the support or the resources you need. What is that something that can keep us going, that will enable us to act on our dream? What's one of those keys that will begin to help us to discover the secrets to our dream. Here's what I want you to repeat after me, please, with power and conviction. Say, it's possible. That's all I want you to do when you look at your dream. Just say to yourself every day, it's possible. Just say that every day to yourself, it's possible. Because what does that do? See, it begins to change your belief system. See, the way in which we operate, ladies and gentlemen, it's a manifestation of what we believe, what's possible for us. Whatever you've done up to this point, all that it really is a duplication, it's a reproduction of what you believe subconsciously that you deserve and what's possible for your life. Most people operate out of their personal history, out of their memory, things they've done, things they've experienced, things they've seen, things that they have observed. What I'm suggesting that you operate out of a larger vision of yourself. I want you to see yourself doing what you want to do, experiencing what you want to experience, having what you want to have, doing what it is that gives your life some meaning and value. Operate out of your imagination, not your memory. Because whenever you look at where you want to go, I'm wanting to warn you, you will have some conversation back here after you go through the data that you've experienced in life saying you can't do it. And so what you want to begin to do is ignore that inner conversation. Well, most people, ladies and gentlemen, when something happens to them, what they do is they begin to believe that that's the way it is. That's the way it's always been. And they can't see the possibility of it being any different. Example, before April 1954, the common belief, the universal belief, because it had been tried again and again and again and people had failed, the belief was that man was not physically capable of breaking the 4-minute barrier, that he could not run a mile in less than 4 minutes. That was the belief on the planet. It had never been done. But here's what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Roger Bannister came along and he broke the 4-minute barrier. Now here's what's significant about that. Since that time, up to this day, over 20,000 people have done it, including high school kids. What changed? 20,000 people, what changed? Here's what happened when they got on the track. They knew it had been done. And because they knew it had been done, there was a new belief about this barrier, about this goal that was unreachable. And those 20,000 people got in a race believing, knowing in their heart that someone had done it, that it's possible, that they could do it. And I'm saying that if you know anybody that had some goal, some dream, something they wanted to do, and they did it, then I'm saying that you know in your heart that if someone has done it, then you can do it. It's possible. And that if someone can make their dream become a reality, that it's possible that you can make your dream become reality. And so as you begin to look at where you want to go, beginning to embrace that, it's possible. I'm blessed and highly favored. I've got a lot going for me. I got some good stuff in me. And it's possible that I can bring my greatness out here in the universe. That I can do what I want to do. It's possible I can write my own book. I can have my own business. I can take the trip and travel around the world. It's possible. I can bounce back from adversity and reinvent my life. It's possible. Regardless of where I am, the things can get better for me. It's possible. I'm thinking about two men right here in Chicago who are fairly successful, similar background, educated. They worked for a corporation for many years, and they were among many people that were laid off. Two guys who were very good friends. One went out looking for a job for several weeks along with the other one, and they faced disappointment and rejection again and again and again. They couldn't find any work, which is the story of many people across this country. One guy stopped. He became discouraged. He stopped going. He stayed home looking at television, became very argumentative and toxic with his wife, drinking beer, getting on the phone, talking to his other negative, unemployed friends. and he just gave up. The other guy kept looking for a job everywhere he could go. Every time he could get an opportunity, kept asking people, networking, checking the newspapers every day, kept going everywhere he could, trying to find a job. You have too much education. You're overqualified. You won't be here long enough. He kept going. He kept going. He went to a place and said, look here, I tell you what, if you can't hire me, and I know you can use my talents, abilities, and skills, I don't want to sit home and do nothing. Just let me do some volunteer work. You don't have to give me anything, all right? I just want to work. I want to be busy. Guy said, okay, it's on you now, but don't expect me to give you anything. It's okay. This guy came in and worked. He was the first one there. The last one to leave was the best employee there. About 4 weeks later, one of the top managers quit. They were looking for a replacement. Guess who they selected? This other guy. This guy who was volunteering his time. He got the job. What was the difference between the two men? Eyesight and mindsight. Eyesight is judging on what you see, judging according to appearances. But mindsight is how you interpret what you see. One guy said, it's not possible, it's over, I'm finished. I can't do it. I can't make it. He surrendered. I've faced rejection again and again. I'm not going anymore. There are no jobs out there. But this other guy, he felt that in spite of the no's and rejections, in spite of how bad the economy is, in spite of what the newspapers are saying, that it's possible that somebody somewhere will give me a job. He just kept going, thinking it was possible. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That's what we have to do with our dreams. Because things happen to you in life that you can never, ever anticipate. And many times when those things happen, you want to give up. I remember when I was in broadcasting, when I was a disc jockey, I became very controversial, not only being a disc jockey, but I felt that radio was something that you not only entertain people with, but you also empower them, you educate them. And I got fired. I didn't just leave, they fired me. That was a shock. I said, wait a minute. They took my microphone. I thought that was who I was. No, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't. I had to do something else. And I didn't know what else I could do. See, here's what I'm looking at. What are the uses for your life right now that you haven't even reached for yet? See, I believe that when you don't have enough encouragement to act on your dreams or ideas, or you're not enlightened enough, that life will act on you. See, life had moved on me and said, Les Brown, you have outgrown this. It's time for you to do something else. Well, I wasn't enlightened enough. I organized some disc jockeys and got my job back. So they had to fire me again. I got fired twice. Here's what I did. I had to think of something else. And so a guy suggested to me, he said, Les, why don't you run for office? I said, man, I've never run for office. I've never known anything about how to operate in the political arena. I've heard encourage people to register to vote and get out to vote, but I don't know anything about politics. He said, well, neither do the people who run for office all the time. So I ran. Now here's what I'm suggesting. I ran. You got to do what you can where you are with what you have. I didn't have any money. I didn't know anything about the political process. I didn't even have any support. But here's what the guy told me. It's possible you could win. That's all I had. I was running against an endorsed candidate. He was an incumbent. He had the newspaper support, all of the leadership in the community, and I was challenging this guy. So I had a saying when I was on radio, stand up for what you believe in because you can fall for anything. And I would go door to door. I have my kids on one side of the street. I would be on the other, and I'd knock on doors. Hello, my name is Les Brown. Tell everybody I'm still standing. They get on the phone. Child, Les Brown was to my house today. You know the boy on the radio with the big mouth? Yeah, they fired him, honey. Say he's still standing. See, I'm saying just keep moving. Don't start feeling sorry for yourself. Don't spend time blaming and talking about what happened to you. See, whatever you talk about, that's what you multiply and expand in your life experience. So don't talk about stuff unless you want it to keep on happening to you, all right? So I got in that kind of action. As I continue to do that, had my children with me, we're going door to door, didn't have enough money. Eventually, we got close to the election and something happened that really surprised me. Guys who I thought were going to either support me or stay out of it, various powerful community leaders, they became involved in it and they endorsed my opponent. I felt devastated. Now that's going to happen to you when you're working on your dream. Things are going to happen that's going to catch you on the blind side. That was shocking to me. They didn't have to do that. All they had to do was just stay out of it. But here they go, come up in there messing with me. Now that's going to happen. You know, there's some people who believe it's their personal business to stop you from living your dream, all right? But I didn't deal with that. You want to make your dream come true, you got to stay focused. Some people rather get even than get ahead. Stay focused on where you want to go. I just kept on doing what I was supposed to do. And so I was driving to the radio station. My opponent had over $20,000. I had less than $800. As I was in the radio station, the guy said, "You're going to make a commercial?" I said, "Yes." He said, "It better be a good one because that money can't go pretty far here." And I sat there in the middle control room and I was thinking. And here's what happens when you get still. Stuff will start coming. Something said, "Call your mama." You used to talk about your mother on the air all the time. Ask her to say a few words for you. That'll be a different kind of political spot. So I called my mama, and I had a gospel record playing in the background. And then I had my mother say, "Hello, this is Mrs. Mamie Brown. When I raised my sons, I raised them to be good children. When they got out of hand, I beat them behind and made them go right. Please vote for my son. He's a good boy." Usually in the state representative race, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 people will come out to vote in a primary. In that primary race, over 27,000 people came out and voted and said, "I'm voting for Les Brown because his mama said he's a good boy." I won, ladies and gentlemen. I won. So you've got to be willing to stay focused, to be creative, to be relentless, because things are going to happen to you when you're working on your dream. When you get on track. I remember when I first got involved in speaking, one of the main things that speakers like to do is speak to a certain association that they have over 10,000 of their sales reps that come to this convention. And I was relentless. I kept saying, "It's possible. It's possible." See, what I want to let you know and set you up for, because you say it's possible, don't mean that you're not going to have any problems. That Murphy's Law ain't going to come and slap you side the head. Oh, Murphy going to come visit you. He's waiting for some of y'all out in the parking lot. Oh, you say it's possible. Okay, it's possible. Good. Get up. Well, I was working. I kept saying it's possible. They got other speakers on this program. I can be on that program too. I kept selling myself. I got all fired up. And I was calling them every day. And the lady finally said, "Mr. Brown, I tell you what, we want you to come in and talk to our sales executives. You got the kind of fire and guts that they want that will motivate them. And let me tell you something else. We want you to bring your motivational tapes. You're going to need at least $50,000 worth of tapes." I said, "Is that right?" "Yes, because they want to keep that drive alive." I said, "All right." I called the guy to duplicate my tapes. I said, "Don, how you doing? This is Les. Let me tell you, I got a major speaking engagement." I said, "Man, it's a speaker's dream. I need over $50,000 worth of product." He said, "Les, you don't have that kind of credit." I said, "I know, but Don, I can sell that. Just right after the speaking engagement, I'll give you your money in 4 days." He said, "Are you sure, Les?" I said, "Yes, man, I got a major speaking engagement and they told me to do it." He said, "Man, that's a big offer. Let me talk with the lady with you." I said, "Hold on just a minute, man." Call the lady back. "Hello, Evelyn, how you doing? This is Les Brown. I got Don on the phone. What did you say? Do I have the speaking engagement?" Yes, you do. And what else you suggest? Our people, they buy a lot of tapes. Your tapes are very popular among them. I'm saying bring at least $50,000 worth of tapes, Les. You'll sell everything you got and more. I said, did you hear that, Don? He said, yes. I said, now, if anybody else has to make a decision, are you the final person? She said, I'm the final person. I will send you the contract. I want you. I said, you hear that, Don? He said, yes. I said, oh, ye of little faith. I said, duplicate the tapes, man. Hung the phone up. Well, he duplicated the tapes. 1 week came by. I'm checking the mail every day. No contract. I said, come on, Murphy, don't start nothing, man. Come on. Come on, man, give me a break. Come on, you know, this ain't fair. Come on, man. Give your boy a break, come on. I talked to myself, you know. I didn't want to call him right then. 2 weeks passed by. Murphy said, don't you think you ought to call him? I said, okay. I called, I said, hello, this is Les Brown calling. How you doing, Les? I said, fine. I said, Evelyn hasn't sent my contract out yet. Any additional information you need? So, Les, you haven't heard? I said, no. I said, Evelyn died. I said, she died? I said, did she say anything about me? When I got home, I was so wiped out. And Murphy was in the house waiting on me. Murphy said, is it possible you want to listen to some of your tapes? But ladies and gentlemen, here's what I had to do. I had to begin to focus on what was the solution. That this was not the only place that I'll be able to sell those products. And as I began to challenge myself and got some help and support and some other input, I eventually did. It took longer, but it was challenging. But I did it. Repeat after me, please. No matter how bad it is, or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. Shake somebody's hand on your right and left and say, you got that right. Repeat after me, please. It's possible. I can have my dream. I can get what I want. I must be creative. And never give up.
How important is courage?
Listen, I spent a day with Maya Angelou, and she said something I'll never forget. She said, courage was the most important virtue. She said, nothing is done without courage. Nothing. And that's real. That just think about things that you've decided that I'm going to do this now. That you tap into the courage and you say, if I make it, fine. If I don't make it, fine. But it's not okay if I stay here. Right. And courage is not the absence of fear.
Come on.
Courage is the willingness to act in spite of the fear. That's why I said earlier, it takes courage to be a comedian. Because when you say something and you just know it's going to be funny, well, there are audiences that have their own personality.
Yeah.
Be funny to one audience, but it's not funny to another audience. And when it falls flat and you hear crickets, it takes courage to bring you back up on stage again. They say, let me try this again.
or even finish that show.
That's show. Right.
I know I've had times I'll perform and I wouldn't hear laughter. I just start sweating. Because you immediately think that your piece ain't working. And sometimes it don't even be that the joke ain't working, Les. Sometimes the way the audience is sat, they're so far away from you that you barely hear the laughter, but they're rolling. And I'll get off the stage and I'm sweating. And I say, damn, they didn't laugh at nothing. They said, dude, are you crazy? They were rolling out there. I'm like, dude, I was on the stage, I couldn't hear it, and my man couldn't hear it. So I was just drenched with sweat, and actually I'd done all right, you know?
Yeah, but you can be in a place like when you speak or you do your routine internationally, your jokes have to be culturally sensitive. There's things that I've said on stage in the United States that people laugh. But when I was in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, when I was in South Africa, when I was in the UK, when I was in Hong Kong, I didn't find it funny because that was not a part of their culture. So what I learned from that experience is to go early and do an assessment to learn what are the sweet spots, what are the things that I need to avoid, and what are the things that I need to do to make this a great experience. Because it's all about creating an experience.